Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the Buko Boys.
Yes!
So exciting. What's up, everybody?
Hello, everybody.
I'm Dale.
And I'm DVO.
And here we are for another episode, number 58.
So, you got any fun things going on recently?
Yes, I just got a new kayak.
You did get a new
I
kayak,
just
that's
blasted it on Facebook today because I'm excited about it. I took it on its maiden voyage this morning.
And
it got rained on.
You got rained on, man.
But I still had a good time. I had at least a good hour and a half on it before I got out.
That's good.
So it was cold though, super cold. I mean, rain here in Utah is really cold.
Well, I got a question for you. Is it just a fishing only kayak?
No, you can do whatever you want on it.
You can like go down the rapids on it?
You don't want to on this kind. So the kind I have, it's a Hobie kayak, and what their kayaks are famous for are their pedal drives.
Okay.
So this one has a pedal drive with 2 feet kicking, and it has fins underneath the boat, and they scissor back and forth.
Okay.
And then that's how you propel yourself.
They scissor.
They scissor.
Okay.
And anyways, this is a badass kayak, and so your hands are free because you're using your feet to propel yourself.
Okay.
So you can keep fishing.
How do you steer?
You have a little rudder on the back of your kayak,
okay,
and you control it with your left hand.
Oh, interesting.
It's got a little pulley system that goes around it and comes back around. So you just turn this thing back and forth, and it will turn the rudder.
Interesting. That's cool. I remember years ago I bought a pontoon boat, just a little one person pontoon boat, and you get the oars. And, you can get cruising on that thing. The thing is just so big and bulky. It just became a pain to take it around. But this one you put straps on top of your car.
Yes, this one, because I didn't want a boat because I don't have a vehicle to pull a boat.
Yeah.
And not only that, well, it's not a vehicle to pull a boat.
Okay.
So I was looking at different options, smaller options, and one was a kayak. And the type of kayak, I've always had my eye on these. These have been out for a while now. I've had my eyes on them, and this model that I got specifically was because they actually dropped the price drastically on this model. And it's brand new. Everything
like new COVID pricing, is that what it is?
No. This actually came out, I guess it was released like the end of last year, and they finally put them out in February. So it wasn't. But like last year's models are on sale, but this model wasn't out last year, so I had to get it down. No sale price.
Okay, I gotcha.
But yeah, this thing was badass. It gets cruising. You can haul ass on it.
Nice. So
I did a little bit of fishing. I didn't get to catch any fish yet because the damn rain kind of ruined everything. But there's other days. Other days will happen. It's all good.
Plenty of time left.
But I love it. So far, I love it. And it's been easy to put on the car, off the car. It's not too heavy.
That's good. Well, that's good. How much do you think it weighs?
It's 78 pounds.
Okay.
And the only thing it's just awkwardly shaped.
All right.
So like pressing it over my head, putting it on top of the car,
yeah,
wouldn't be a problem. But being that it's 12 feet long, and the weight distribution of it all,
I can totally see that.
So now it's a little bit of a problem.
Are you scared you're gonna scratch your car? Or
yes,
anything?
Every time.
Oh, did you get someone to help you?
If someone's available, yes.
All right.
If not, I figured out a way to do it by myself. Luckily, I'm strong enough to do it. Otherwise, I could see other people having a hard time with it.
I could see that.
I'm able to just hold it over my head and walk with it, but the 12 feet of it all makes it really awkward. But I'm able to kind of pick it up, get it on top of the car, and then slide it into place and then strap it down.
Okay.
Most people probably can't do that because I'm kind of a superhero, so.
You're a mutant.
Yes, I am a mutant. What about you? Anything new?
I've had some new things come up. I'm a little disappointed some things didn't go through. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to go to St. George, Utah, and Las Vegas, and those got totally canceled. Vegas might get postponed. We'll see. We had, in a couple weeks, we're supposed to go to San Diego. That's been postponed to August.
Yeah, that's a long ways out. But I guess that's because other events have it booked out too.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, we want to make sure that it's California is still not opening up as much as other states are yet. And then this week, me and my wife are supposed to go to Michael Bublé's concert.
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening. To be announced is
there was going to be a ton of good concerts coming here too, and they're all canceled.
I know, so it's like, oh man, so many cool things are being canceled or postponed, and so you know, it is what it is. So nothing you can do about it. But me and my wife, we've been pretty busy. So business has been booming. So we had a busy time with that, and during this time, we actually got a new office. So.
Oh yes.
We opened up an office, got it all furnished, which is cool because the place that we're getting it, where our office is, they provide a receptionist for us, so that's kind of awesome. Nice. And then we bought my wife a gun. So we bought her gun. It was funny enough because I was telling you, I was like, I'm thinking about buying a shotgun or a safe, and you're like, just do it. And then a story came up. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later, but a story came up, and then I was like, you know what? I told my wife, you need to learn how to use a gun. And she said, I think you're right. So I bought her a gun, matches my gun, and we took it out, and it was frustrating teaching her how to shoot a gun. A little frustrating. I was doing my best to be patient.
You're lucky you didn't get shot.
Yeah, that's true. We went to a new gun range. We went to a new gun range here in West Jordan, Utah. I found out that this gun range is owned by a sports store here. I was a little surprised to find that out. Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool.
Which one was it?
So where we went was Legacy. Gosh, what's it called? I think it's Legacy Gun Range. I think is what it's called. And they're owned by Sportsman's Warehouse.
I was just going to ask if that's who owned it.
Because that's where we bought the gun from, and they gave us a chip. It was like a little poker chip for a half hour at the gun range. And I told them, so yeah, I got the chip from Sportsman. I don't know what your guys' relationship is. He goes, oh, but they're our parent company. I was like, oh, okay.
That's good for them.
Yeah, that's cool. So I took her to her first gun range, and we went shooting her own gun. So as soon as classes open up again, she wants to get her concealed weapons permit, and she's gonna be strapped.
Let me tell you what weapon I got.
What'd you get?
I got it a while ago. I've never talked about it though.
That's true.
The crossbow.
We can use it on those dogs out there barking.
Yeah, shut up out there, you big queers.
Just kidding. Sorry if you guys can hear that on the microphone. Bill's dogs. I told him to put them down. He didn't want to put them down. Like, downstairs.
He wanted me to euthanize these dogs.
I meant downstairs.
Knock it off.
He didn't want to, and so now we might hear them yipping.
Yeah, they're yapping out there, crying and whining. It's because they're not allowed in the studio when we're recording.
So you got a new crossbow?
Yes, I got a new crossbow.
You didn't use it though yet.
It's not a brand new one. It's used.
Okay.
I got a good deal on it. But no, it's because I'm going to modify it for fishing.
Uh-huh.
For like taking out carp.
With like a reel and everything?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so you have like line in it and have a little container for your line. Not like a regular fishing reel. But anyways, yeah, so you'd shoot the harpoon at it.
Yeah.
And then it has a little like the spring-loaded backing to it, so after it penetrates, it opens up.
Okay, gotcha.
And that way, that's how they can't get out. So then you pull them back in.
All right. And then dinner is served.
I'm not gonna eat no carp.
Well, we just me and my wife, we invited our girls over. Your daughter and my daughter, because our daughter's now staying with you. They went from our parents now to your house. It seems like.
Yeah, I know, they're hanging out here forever now.
They've migrated, and so we invited the girls over to come eat, and they wanted to go hiking instead. So me and my wife stayed in, and we decided to cook up a little barbecue for ourselves. So we pulled out the grill. I was excited to finally get the grill out, got it cleaned up, and we made some. You ready for this?
Go for it.
Carne asada tacos.
That's your bomb.
Yes. So I'm gonna share with you guys how we do it, or how we did it, and I'm gonna share with you guys my special guacamole recipe. My wife is in love with my guacamole. You've had my guacamole.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
One of the best you've ever had?
Sure.
Yeah, it is. So I'm going to share that with you guys. I thought that might be fun. Anyway, we just did some carne asadas. We did it Mexican style. And we got some tin foil, wrapped up some green onions, like the green onions that have the bulbs still on them. Wrapped those up, wrapped up some corn, threw them on the grill with the carne asadas. And then we threw some guacamole on top. And man, that was good stuff. Get stuck in your teeth, but it's good. So I'm going to share with you guys how I make my guacamole. I use the molcajete. You know what that is?
Yeah, the smasher.
So it's like this. You guys have probably seen them before. They're the big stone bowls, and then they have like that stone handle, and you kind of smash things in it. Okay, so you kind of get the idea now. We have a really big size one. And so what I do...
Extra smashing.
For extra smashing. I like my guacamole a little on the chunky side. That's kind of me. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
There's some runny kind. There's like the really smooth kind. I like my peanut butter chunky too, actually.
I do too.
See, it's kind of like that. So how I do it is I'll kind of and I like to say the word too, molcajete. so I get it, and I'll throw inside, like I'll chop up a little bit of garlic, some cilantro, some jalapeno, and red onion. And so I'll throw that in the bottom of the bowl, and I'll put, much salt as you want. I like to use the Himalayan pink salt. That's what I like to use, like on a regular. So that's what we have at home. I'll put a bunch of that in there. I mean, if I were to guess, maybe, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon or something like that. So anyway, I'll throw salt in there and some lime, maybe 1 to 2 limes in it. And I just pound with that little handle, the molcajete. I'll just pound on it, get it kind of ground up really good, and almost looks like almost like a green paste. And then what I'll just kind of scoop in some avocados at that point, and then just kind of smash that up as well. And I just kind of pound at it. When I'm done, add a little bit more salt or lime to your taste, and then when I'm all done with that, I'll dice up some tomatoes and throw those in, and I just with a spoon mix that up because I don't want smashed up tomatoes in my guacamole. And so I'll just dice up some tomatoes, throw that in there, stir it up, and it is good to go.
So there you have it, folks. DVO's famous guacamole recipe.
So good in the molcajete.
Yeah, you gotta have that in order to do it right now. You can't just use anything.
So if you guys try it, let me know what you think about it. Or I would love to see some guacamole recipes. Please share them. Or salsa. I was actually looking up some salsa recipes I want to try. This mango and corn one I want to try. I saw a watermelon salsa recipe that I want to try. So I would love for you guys to share with me some ideas for your guacamole or some salsa.
Yeah, it's guacamole season, everybody. So get you.
It is, and I thought it might be good is with our carne asada. I thought, I don't know why Corona always sounds good for me with it, But since they caused this virus, everyone's mad at them. It's hard to find some.
That's the stupidest thing that their sales went down.
So I got Stella Artois, some apple cider.
With carne asada?
Yeah, it was good.
Weird.
No, it was very good.
Okay.
It was good. Yeah, but I can't believe Corona started this.
Damn them.
Some people really think they did it.
Well, because some people are really stupid. Some people are going to actually drink disinfectant.
Yeah, they're going to shoot up Lysol.
I'm all for it, you guys. Go for it.
You guys should if you want to.
If you feel like that's necessary, I feel like you should do it. If you feel like you need to question it, if you ask me, I'll tell you to do it. Fucking stupid ass.
All right, then next topic. You've got a new little. What do you call it? A license? What do you call this thing?
Yes, I have a license to chill.
A license to chill. That's right.
So I got my medical marijuana card.
Interesting. I'm curious. How do you go about doing that? What problems do you need to have? What are the steps? Is it done through the state? Is it like a national thing? Like, I have no idea.
Every state does it their own way.
So every state does their own. Okay.
So you have to have a doctor's recommendation, and then they send it to the state. You put it all through. So there's a few doctors that are out there that you're able to go see. There's an agency who I was able to talk to, give them my doctor records of everything that I already had. There's certain categories, so you can go check out their website. This one I went to was Empathetics.
So, who are they monitored by anybody?
Well, it's all by the state, yeah.
But they're their own corporation.
Yes.
Okay.
This company is just getting people to go, like, making sure that the patients that are needing to go see the doctors, they have the doctors available for them. Then they can get the recommendation without making it difficult like the state wants to make it difficult. This just made it a lot more easier.
Okay.
So if you just spell the word empathetic, but take the C off and put an X there, that's the name of this company. Empathetics.com, and then you can actually register through them to see if you qualify and then they'll get you in a talk to
What
the
are
doctor.
some things that would qualify?
HIV,
Really?
cancer,
Okay.
certain things like anything that less than 1% of the nation has. If you have a certain type of thing, chronic pain, if you have a certain ailment that creates pain that lasts for however long.
And what was yours?
Mine's my arthritis.
Arthritis. And is it good for like life? Is it there expiration? You have to renew this?
You have to do it every year. And this
you have to
year is
do it every
like,
year.
yeah, for Utah 2020, this is like a trial year.
Oh, okay.
So everything's going to change next year. So how their laws are set as of now, it's all going to change.
Ah, okay. And then and you get to take this with you to like a dispensary, this
No.
certificate?
No, you register through the state and then you get a medical card.
Oh, okay. So you have a
This
medical
is
card
just
still coming
this
through.
is just the recommendation.
Okay, and so you had an interview, you said?
Yeah.
So you did an interview. Did they tell you right then you're approved, or do you
Yeah.
have to wait? They tell you right there, and then so you have like
That's
all
why
your.
I got that.
And so so you did your interview. You brought your evidence with you.
No, you do that online.
Oh, okay, all right. Then they called you and set up a time.
Yeah, and you don't bring in evidence. You just tell them what it is. You tell them the doctor. You go through what work has been done on it already.
Okay.
What stuff they already have. So,
How long was the interview?
they told me it would take about 20 minutes, but mine seemed like it was like less than 10.
Oh wow, okay. They probably just plan out amount of time.
Yeah, so you put it in you put it in, you choose the day, so you're a few days out before you actually go in. So the doctor has time to get your records and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, so you do this interview. They ask you some questions, and then right there they say, okay, yeah, you're approved, and we'll just mail you a card.
No, you have to go online and register through the state. So after you get your recommendation, you have to go online and register
Okay.
through the state, and then they send you a card. And it's like 7 days out for that.
And then you can only just go to dispensaries?
Yeah, so when you have that card, you can go to the dispensaries, or while you're waiting, you can actually start, you can register at a dispensary and get into the dispensary, and then when you get your card, then you can go to any dispensary. But you'll be able to go to that one until you get your card.
Oh, okay. Now, how many in the Salt Lake Valley are there?
Well, there was only Dragonfly for like the last month or two, but now this month there was going to be like 3 more opening.
Oh, wow, okay.
So there's going to be like 8 total, and they're going to be kind of opening throughout the summer.
And so is it like you walk in, I
You've never been to a dispensary.
What's
right?
that?
You've never been.
No, I've never been in a dispensary. So for our listeners and viewers, I've never been either. When you walk in, what's it like? Like, I know you can buy like...
It's like hippie town, man. Tie-dye everywhere, bro.
Is there tie-dye?
No, it's professional.
I know they just wanted to fall right into the stereotype, did they?
No, everything's state-run. Everything's professional, and
Because they have to get licenses too.
everyone has licenses. Yeah. Everyone's getting monitored 24/7, making sure nobody's doing anything. Like, they're so afraid of people doing shady stuff here.
Can you buy accessories like pipes and things like that there?
No, you can't buy those. No, they don't have those at dispensaries. Those are at smoke shops.
Smoke shops and gas stations.
Yeah.
Do they sell edibles?
Yes.
So like candy, food, things like that?
Well, here in Utah, the edibles, the way they're doing things are like they're so lame. So like any gummies, they're only doing gummies.
Okay, gummies.
And the gummies have to be square shaped. Everything has to be square shaped.
Square shaped?
Yeah, because to the governor, and this is all the governor's saying, I think. I don't know. I think if it's shaped like anything other than a square, it's going to be more enticing for
Maybe
a kid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'm trying to put myself in their position, right? Like, why square? I guess if you think of gummies, the less likely shape is available is a square shape, I guess. More gummies are like round.
Like, it looks more like a lozenge or a...
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
I mean, most gummies are, bear shaped or worm shaped or round, circular, like gumdrop maybe. So maybe, because I'm trying to think, I can't think of any square shaped gummies. So maybe that's why it's like, hey, just to make sure, it does look different. Just do a square shape. Maybe that's it. That'd be my guess. That makes the most logic to my head. Why would they do that?
Well, at the same time, I would just say, I don't know, whether it's a square shape or it's shaped like a berry. I mean, what's in it, you're not going to leave it out for a kid to get anyways. You're going to treat it the same as if it, you know what I mean?
Well, the responsible person, yes. But there's a lot of idiots out there in this world. And so a lot of code idiots as well.
Yeah,
and,
I guess.
So I think that's why.
I'm just happy that the state actually is finally pulling their head out. After the whole state voted yes on Prop 2, and then they went and backed out of it and changed everything again. Delayed everything for a good year or so.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised I would have never thought it would happen in Utah that I would have got a card here.
A medical card?
Yeah, I never would have thought.
But it's only good in Utah, though?
Yes, it's only good in Utah.
So you can go like Nevada and use your card in Nevada?
No, because it's recreational in Nevada. Nobody needs a card in Nevada.
Or like what's another state?
You mean California, where it's also recreational and you don't need a card? Or Colorado, another state that's recreational and you don't need a card?
It's not recreational.
Arizona?
Arizona. So you can use your card in Arizona?
No.
Okay. And then, so what else is in there? Is it like literally there's like, okay, again, I've never been in one. This is in my head. This is kind of what I'm
Have
picturing.
you ever walked into a vape shop?
A vape shop?
Yes.
Yes, I've been in a vape shop.
Okay, you know they have little counters going across the whole storefront.
Yeah.
And then they're behind the counter.
Like glass counters.
Glass
right,
counters,
yes.
and they're behind the glass counters.
Right.
They're helping you. Same thing, but inside the glass counters is weed products. Different strains of marijuana that you can ask to smell and look at.
So what I picture is just like these little glass jars,
yep.
and that's what I might be wrong, and they take off the lid and you can kind of get a whiff of it and maybe look at it. Or maybe, you probably can't touch it or anything, but...
Used to. Depends on the dispensary. Some dispensaries have it where, they'll put it in your hand, you can check it out, smell it, put it up to your face.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't want to buy it if I knew someone else was manhandling it. I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, it's not like you're going to put it in your mouth and suck on these nugs or anything.
Oh.
If you are, you got another problem. So anyways.
So you just kind of say, hey, that one looks nice, or...
Some now have these jars that have little holes in them. So you can just put the jar up to your nose and kind of shake the jar and get the smell that way.
Okay. Now, I'm not a fan of marijuana. Doesn't hit me. I don't like it. But I do love the smell of it. I gotta say, I do like the smell of it.
Yeah, and certain strains have different smells. Some are piney, some are fruity, some are gassy.
Interesting.
Some are skunky.
I like the piney kind.
Yeah, those will smell really good.
They smell nice. I also like the smell of pine trees when it rains.
And candy ones. The candy ones smell like candy.
Really?
And the berries smell like berries.
And the schnozberries smell like schnozberries. All right, that's cool. So wait, how long does it take usually to get your medical card, and how much was it to get it?
So to go in and like if they said if they give you like the pre-qualification to come in and everything, then it's $220 for the appointment and everything. But if you go to the appointment and pay and you don't get approved, you do get refunded that money back.
Okay.
Because they won't tell you to come in and get it for the recommendation if they don't think that you will be able to pass.
Did you just say how much it was?
$220.
$220. Okay. Okay, and that includes the interview.
Yeah.
And the card.
Yeah. Well, when you register with the state, like I was telling you, then you have to pay $15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
it's good for 1 year.
Yes.
All right. Interesting. All right, people. If you feel like you need it, go apply.
Yes.
Go check it out.
Because if you don't think, like, if you're afraid, I don't have cancer or HIV, I won't be able to get it because Utah's that strict, try it. And if you get passed, then there you go. You're in.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Exactly. Because what the worst they're going to say is no.
No, even though I don't like it myself, because I just don't like the way it feels. It's just me. I don't like it. I have other poisons, but I do think it can help people, and so I do believe if it's
it does so much.
For example, like you use it for arthritis. If you've got arthritis pain, and if you notice that when you do it, it alleviates the pain, that's maybe a good thing.
And so, like for topicals, like CBD works, but THC mixed with CBD as a topical, night and day. It's crazy. So like CBD helps, but then you add that THC with it, and it alleviates the pain so much.
No, I do use topicals that have CBD and THC, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to verify before I say that. Yeah. So I've used topicals, So again, it's not like I'm against it. I just don't like edibles or smoking. I just don't like it for me. but I still I use a product. I have a bad back sometimes, and I'll use it on my back. So.
Oh, it's so beneficial, and it does so much. It's only been illegal because of greed and racial, everything stupid. Everything stupid.
We're not getting into politics here.
Yeah, everything dumb.
All right, should we maybe do this one first and kind of wrap it up?
But yeah, guys. Everybody 420 friendly.
420 friendly. All right, so Utah is starting to open up a little bit more this week.
Not just to marijuana laws.
Yeah, to opening up. So, I mean, we're recording this on a Sunday. We're recording this on a Sunday. And by the following Monday, May 4th, may the 4th be with you all, actually. But on May 4th, Utah's going to start opening up a little bit more. And it's kind of to the owner's discretion. Like, I know there's a local Mexican restaurant here. They're not going to open up yet to the dining. They're still going to do curbside and online.
I think a lot of places are still doing that because they still are kind of wanting to wait things out.
Yeah. I noticed some places, I actually drove by a few this weekend that were people were outside eating. There was a taqueria, a little tacos, not a taco stand, it's actually a taco restaurant. That Lone Star one in Fort Union here. People were out. There was a line at the drive-thru. People were outside sitting eating. So I think I think they have to separate the tables, and I bet they're limiting group size as well.
It looked like to me when I drove by Olive Garden the other day, it looked like they had like 2-person tables, like standing tables.
Oh, interesting.
It looked like it anyways. I wasn't sure, but as I drove by, I was like, I wonder if that's that for people to order food and eat like in the parking lot. It was weird looking.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I mean, I can't wait for things to go back to normal. I don't really. I hate this whole thing.
Yeah, this whole thing.
I don't know. I'm sure there's very small people that actually like what's happening. I think most people are hating it too. We kind of want to get back to the normal. Now, a lot of people are saying we're gonna have a new normal. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, I don't know. I think we're gonna get pretty close to back to normal.
Yeah, well,
I really don't know if there's gonna be like a new normal.
The weirdest thing about this that's not been normal for me has been like the no handshakes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm wondering if that's going to become a new normal where nobody shakes hands anymore.
Or as soon as they do right away, they go for
hand
sanitizer right away.
Yeah.
I know a lot of liquor companies are easily making hand sanitizer because they can just take the same alcohol and run it through a different little cycle and make hand sanitizer super easy, which is I think awesome because a lot of them are donating. I think that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how. What do you think when people say the new normal?
I'm just wondering what they think. Masks? Like what's normal?
Or
like distancing 6 feet away from each other at all times? Is that what's going to be normal? Because that's really the only thing different.
I think things will fall back into place.
I think so
things
too.
Like that. I wouldn't be surprised, and I might like it if restaurants start making people wear face masks. The cooks and stuff, things like that. Not necessarily the server, but the cooks, like in the back. They already wear hair nets and beard nets if they got facial hair. I would be surprised if they go to face masks.
I would like to see something to protect their sweaty faces from dripping on food. Have you seen Kitchen Nightmares and any of those like cooking shows where they're sweating their balls off?
Yeah.
And it's like you're dangling your sweaty ass drippy nose all over that food there.
It's true. I mean, it really is true.
I know. And so when I watch stuff like that, it makes me wonder if that is dripping all up in the food. Because they're sweating.
I've managed restaurants. Okay, I've managed restaurants. I managed a pizzeria. They got really hot sometimes. Mm-hmm. And especially in the summertime, because it had a lot of windows too. And then you're in the back and you're cooking like crazy. And you're around ovens, it's pizza. And a couple of them were pretty, they get pretty sweaty. But they were really good about, they'd have an extra towel that they'd wipe down with. So as soon as they start feeling it, they'd wipe down. That was my guys, though. I don't know about other places.
Yeah, you don't know about other pizzas.
But they're talking a lot. I mean, they're constantly talking as they're cooking, and so
you know what that means.
You get that little spittle. You get that little spittle coming out.
That spittle and that sweat dripping on their lips as they're talking, and it sprays.
So, for me, that'd be a good normal. Cooks that have to wear face masks as they're cooking. I really think most things will go back to normal. That's just me, though. Time will tell.
I think everything will go back to normal.
I think so. I don't think there'll be like a real new normal that will really affect a long term. But that's me. We'll see.
Well, there is some things that are going to be long term, like after all this, like babies.
Babies.
All the babies that are going to be happening, that's going to be long term.
So from all the, like a new baby boom?
Yep.
From all the quarantine?
Yep.
So
it's going to be called, instead of the baby boom, it's going to be called the children of the corn.
Children of the corn.
Quarantine.
Oh, the corn. That's pretty good. I like that one. So, yeah, I showed you a news article that with the quarantine, domestic violence has increased. Because, you're stuck, with your partner and...
both working from home around each other 24/7.
Yeah. You kind of get sick of each other and start throwing something at each other. I don't know what's happening.
But a lot of people are getting in fights.
Yeah. So, we're talking, what are some of the side effects of the quarantine? Maybe a new baby boom.
Yeah.
Domestic violence, which could lead to divorce.
Divorces, depression.
Yeah, talk about that.
Maybe just people being stuck at home, not being social, just sitting there alone in the dark.
No sun,
no sun.
Not getting much sun. At least when you walk to your car, walk to the building, at least you get some sun.
I have talked to some people who had seriously never left their house.
Oh, for like weeks straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Or like they were saying how they would only go to work and home, and then they wouldn't go, if they had to go shopping, they'd send their spouse or whatever, but they wouldn't do it themselves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But only because of how awkward everyone else was.
Okay. I told you about that couple that owned a ice cream shop, and they quarantined right away. They weren't going anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I visited an old couple, like an elderly couple. I don't know what you say, but they were like, "You're the first person that's been in our house in weeks. Like we've just been staying home for weeks. You're the first person to come in." I'm like, "Oh."
We're like, well, excellent, because I'm full of diseases. Well, you picked the right guy.
the guy that visits dozens of people a day.
Covered in COVID.
I didn't hear this report, but I think what might be interesting is you got one partner come home and they just seem exhausted or from their day at work, right? Like they're just like, oh, I'm beat, I'm tired, I just want to watch some TV, I want to relax. And now that they're home, they see each other work, and I wonder if they're thinking, so that's all you do all day? You come home complaining?
You don't do shit.
You don't do shit all day. Like you're just sitting on the computer. What are you so tired from? You're gonna start doing more stuff around the house now when you get home. No more TV for you when you get home. That might be a funny one.
Or there's probably going to become a lot of alcoholics out there now.
Yeah, a lot of people are day drinking like crazy.
Yeah, I saw these hacks on how to drink, because a lot of these people are doing like these conference calls at work, right? So you can't really have cocktails out while you're on conference calls. So I was watching this one where they were putting they took a tea bag.
Okay.
They cut the bag off the string.
Okay.
Hung the string over a coffee mug and then taped it to the inside.
Right.
So it looks like there's a tea string hanging out.
Right.
And they filled the cup full of wine. They're drinking wine out of a coffee mug, and it looks like it's tea.
That's a good one. I mean, I like the ones where I actually, this is an actual picture of someone I know. They were in a meeting and they're wearing a suit and tie, and then underneath they were basketball shorts. Under the table were basketball shorts. That was a real picture that their spouse took a picture of. And so
I'm sure a lot of people did.
tagged him, and it was funny. I knew it was. I've always known of that joke. Like you're doing an interview online, and you wear it on top and you wear whatever on the bottom.
Yeah.
Because you do like an online interview, but it was funny to see someone that I actually know really doing that. And his wife took the picture and posted it. I thought that was really funny.
That's pretty funny. I mean, I would do that if I had to do it from home.
So that's kind of funny. Yeah, I wonder how everyone's quarantine go. I mean, we were never quarantined.
Everything's been normal for me.
Yeah, we've been essential, so everything's normal. And I mentioned that probably on the last episode. I do miss going to a restaurant. I miss dining in. I'm so happy that opens up. Well, it will start to open up this week. Hopefully, people don't mess it up. Because I know in California was trying to ease up a little bit. Like, okay, we're gonna open up the beaches again. Maybe open up some parks. Because here in Utah, you can walk around the park.
They're not going to do that in California.
What's that?
Not in
Well,
California.
let me finish. So like here in Utah, you can walk around the park. They just close the playgrounds down so people start playing. But in California, they closed parks. And so, like one of my friends said, he saw a couple sitting on a bench, and they got ticketed for sitting on a bench in the park, And then, yes, beaches opened up and they shut them down because they opened up so you can go out and get fresh air and go for a walk. People started crowding it, putting up umbrellas, putting out blankets. Like, here we go, picnic, barbecue, everyone, let's go.
Like, no, you big dummy.
So they're like, oh, you guys ruined it. So shut it down. We have to shut it down again. So that's where, that's what was happening. They were opening it, and then right away they closed it.
Oh.
And there was what was it? I think it was a street, kind of like a small town, and they were going to open that up again, and a bunch of bikers rolled up, and they all parked next to each other, and they're all mingling outside of restaurants and going into bars, and they said, all right, we got to stop it now. You guys don't know how to control yourselves. So people, when things start opening up, let's do it in moderation. Let's not throw a big birthday party and invite 20 people into a restaurant. Let's keep the good thing going here. Let's get this virus let this virus get out of here, and let's not ruin it for everyone else because you don't know how to control yourself.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it's already ran its course, or do you think it's going to come back and?
Oh, the virus itself? Yeah. I feel like we're on the downhill of it. Like that's kind of how I feel.
I mean, I do too. I think it got overplayed. Like it was way overhyped, more than it needed to be. I don't know.
It's hard to tell because I've heard of people that got it, and they were like this is the worst I've ever felt in my life. And I've heard of other people that had it, I felt sick, but it just kind of was like a flu, and after a couple days, after like a week, it went away. I just felt like a flu.
Well, no, there was a lot of people that had all the symptoms of it last year, like way before they said this, before everyone even knew about this thing. A lot of people had these symptoms. Same thing, worst cough they had for like a couple weeks, and then doctors couldn't figure out what it was. They just kept saying, I guess this is just a respiratory infection. I don't know what it is. Can't figure out. So anyways, a lot of people had this stuff last year, and it all just came and went. There was no fear about it. It was no one went crazy about it. But I think because of all the media hype and fear that they've inflicted in people, that when people have it now, they play it up like they have the worst thing in the world now because of the fear that's been inflicted. And if like the
version of the man cold.
Yeah. So imagine last year when no one knew about this and they had it, they were just like they had to suffer through it, and they made it through it. Nobody had to deal with what they went through.
Yes.
But now it's like. So somebody send the news over here. I got COVID-19. Let me tell you my life story and how bad it's affected me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how scary everything is now.
I think you might be right with it on some of that. Edna, my wife, she got really sick a few months ago, and to this day, she still can't really smell a lot or taste a lot.
And they say that's one of the.
They say that's a sign of it. Was it just a flu? Did she have coronavirus? I don't know. We never got tested for it. We can't test her now. She feels fine now. She just has a little bit of the side effects from the sickness of not being able to taste or smell as well, which will probably come back in the next couple of weeks. And she might have had coronavirus. None of us in the family got it, and she's fine now. Maybe she had the flu, maybe she had coronavirus. It's hard to tell.
Right.
And it really is. I like that what you just mentioned. Is it similar to what they call the man cold, when a guy gets sick and he kind of overplays it like, oh my gosh, this is the worst.
Yeah, only because it's got a name to it now, and people can actually say to it and then look up other people's scary stories and freak themselves out even more and act even more sick than they really
I definitely think that happens.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I think I don't know. I think this, because there's so much other deadlier things that have happened through our life, nothing has gone to this extent.
Right.
This has all been really strange to me, just because of seeing other things have happened, and all of a sudden this one, for some reason, they freak out on and did the things they did. I don't know. But I don't know. There's maybe things I don't know about, but the whole thing just seems kind of weird.
What are you excited to? I'm going to say quote unquote go back to normal, because I don't know what people think of this, what a new normal is. But what are you looking forward to the most?
Same thing as before, is just going to restaurants and shopping at the times I want to shop, not their temporary hours because it sucks.
Yeah, so that just brought something else up. So I just ordered a new computer for my wife because like I said, business has been booming and she's going to start helping out little areas a little bit more. So I ordered her a new computer. So we ordered her a MacBook, and it's finally arriving tomorrow, but it'll be almost 2 weeks from the time I ordered it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh.
That makes me want to. So, with how much money Amazon is making off of this quarantine, right?
Yes.
They are making hand over fist, like $25 billion a month or a week or something stupid like that. That's how stupid much money they're making. Well, anyways,
That's awesome.
well, look how what's happened to you. If you're a Prime member, you pay Prime so you can get the free 2-day shipping, right?
Oh yeah.
Nobody's getting 2-day shipping. No, it's more like a week shipping or 4-day shipping.
It was that way. I am getting my things coming quicker.
Okay.
It does say.
I know, but this is what's been happening. I know what's getting back to normal now, finally. But anyways, during this whole thing, it wasn't 2-day shipping.
Right.
Well, how much money they just made during this? Everybody that has Prime should be reimbursed their Prime for this year.
Or a discount, you know.
I think just this year, if you had Prime before this pandemic started, I think you should get your Prime reimbursed.
So I know. I'm gonna go back to this, but I just want to mention this real quick. So I know that my gym isn't charging me anymore.
Right.
Obviously they're closed, which they might start opening up with weird rules. Like it's
in the middle of the month.
You have to be 10 feet away from other people.
Yeah.
I don't know how the bathrooms will work. I don't know. It's still not probably worth it to go to the gym. But anyway. But you know what? Because you know, if gym employees are losing their job because of this, you know, I would have liked the option that I could still pay my membership if it means people get to keep their job but they still get paid. I wouldn't have minded doing that. I saw one of our friends, Sophia, post that, and I kind of was like, yeah, I wouldn't have minded. So, and then I got an email from my, I believe my insurance company, my car insurance, that they got some type of, I don't know what they got, some type of relief or something, because there's less cars driving, so less likely for an accident. You know, people are like speeding now because there's less traffic on the roads. But
this week has been so crazy on the roads.
Yeah, but I'm getting on my next bill, they're taking that amount off.
Oh, that's nice.
So because you know people are, I'm driving the same as usual, actually more than usual. But anyway, I'll also take it. And so yeah, Prime was like, we're saving the 2-day shipping for more essential items, which I'm not sure what's
I don't know what
essential.
people are buying on
because
Amazon.
you can't buy things.
No,
like you can't
sold
find
out.
you can't find the hand sanitizer.
So what are they saying is essential and what's not?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's considered essential for the COVID. I'm not sure. That'd be a nice question to get answered. Like, so what does qualify? Now, I do know I ordered some things and it says they'll be here in 4 to 6 days, and they arrived in 2 days still. You know, so some things happened like that. I got some of my items arrived in a couple days. But you're right. You know, one of the big key benefits of a Prime membership is the 2-day free shipping.
And with how much money they're making off of this, and not paying taxes, you know damn well they don't pay taxes.
And you know, maybe after the end of this, maybe they might say something. That'd be nice.
How's he gonna do that now that Bernie's not breathing down his back? Because Bernie was the only one getting him to put some of his money out there, putting all that pressure
For his
on
employees.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they still might just be like, you know what, he's a public company. He can't. Jeff Bezos doesn't have all the say. It's a public traded company, so he doesn't have all the say. But they still might. They might be like, you know what? Let's give a free membership to everyone.
I don't know. They should.
Do
Especially
something
with how
like
much
that.
money they made and if you paid for Prime because you can get 2-day shipping and you're not getting what you're paying for,
Yeah.
Just like everything else reimbursing everybody, I think that should be reimbursed.
Yeah, or they might say, well, you're streaming more Prime videos. But
Well, you have Bezos, you can suck it.
you have unlimited streaming.
You can unlimited suck it.
Actually, I found some really good series on Amazon Prime that me and my wife started watching. So,
I've been watching that, what was that new one, that weird one? The Expanse?
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that one's weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, we just started watching Jack Ryan. There's 2 seasons of that. So first episode was a little slow, then it started getting good. But now, you know, we're like, you know, maybe since we're having a little bit of quarantine at night, since we're home, we'll watch a little bit of series. We've been kind of watching some series.
I started watching the Wu-Tang series on Hulu.
Oh, okay. I did hear good things about it. Ivy sent me her friend, our cousin Ivy from San Diego sent me some good information on it. I was like, maybe I should watch that.
Yeah.
Pretty good though?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice.
Took a minute trying to figure out who's who because nobody looks like anybody.
Oh, because the actors?
The actors don't look like anybody and you're trying to figure out who's who. So the first couple episodes we're trying to piece it all together, figuring out.
There's a lot of members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. And
they have a lot of members and honorary members too.
Yeah, but this doesn't have any of that. This is like the beginning, the legacy, how it all started. So this is just the main members.
All right, cool. Yeah, so hopefully everyone's quarantine's going good. Hopefully you can feel like it's on the down. I hope it's on the downhill. I can't wait for things to go back to normal. I'm crossing my fingers. But I want to mention real quick before we're done. Anything else you want to say about those?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So like I said, I just bought my wife her first handgun, and she's gonna get her concealed weapons license. I've had mine since I was 21. You need to be 21.
I'm gonna get mine now. You
need to be 21 in Utah to get a concealed weapons permit, and I got one. And it was funny because my friend Ezra in San Diego, he called me. We were kind of talking, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go pick up a gun. And I said, what's nice here is if I like a gun here in Utah and I want to buy it, in 30 minutes I'm out the door with it. Where you gotta wait 10 days before you can go home with yours. Anyway, we got one similar to mine, and the reason why is I had a friends of mine, I should say, that were murdered in their home a couple weeks ago, and this hit us by surprise. My wife and her were they talked often, and I'm just gonna say what was publicly mentioned. What happened was he owned a landscaping business, the husband, and then she also ran it as well, but he did most of the work on it. And apparently somebody tried to apply it. I don't know what happened, but he came back, and it was like a Saturday at 1 a.m. I'm so curious to know what happened. But anyway, they get into a scuffle, and this guy shoots him with one shot, kills him in the backyard, goes inside, kills his wife, and leaves 3 of their kids, luckily alone. But they were home. They're just by themselves now. 3 little kids, and earlier, or that happened like at 1 a.m. We didn't even know about it till the evening time. But in the afternoon, we were at our parents'. I was telling you, like, I think I want to buy like a tactical shotgun and maybe another handgun for the house, and I want to get a safe because we got kids. So I want maybe a safe. And you were like, just get one, just do it. And I was just talking to you about that, right? Mm-hmm. And then I was just sent the article. Someone said, hey, look what happened to our friend. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? And I showed it to my wife, and my wife started crying. And I said, you need to learn how to shoot a gun. Like, you need to know how to protect.
Yeah, because in that situation where she's in the house screaming, and he came in and got her, she could have went and grabbed a weapon and handled business. Exactly.
She did go. He entered through the back. Yeah, he entered through the back.
But that's close combat now.
Yeah, it's close combat.
And he's got a gun.
He's got a gun, and he's much bigger than her. I think he was 270.
Yeah,
and she's maybe less than 150. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and she was short too. I mean, the wife was very short. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's scary, and we have a baby at home. So I was like, you need to learn how to use this. Like so I've got guns in the house. My wife knows where the guns are. The thing is, she doesn't know how to use them. And I'm a big advocate for home security. When we grew up in our parents' house, we got broken into 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
That is the worst feeling when you come home and you see your doors open.
Yeah,
and
I had my house broken into.
You've had your house broken into? I've had my motorcycle stolen from my condo.
Like, people are dicks.
Yeah, it's like the worst feeling. I remember when that happened, your ex-wife called me and said, I want Fort Knox up in here, and I got you guys set up with Fort Knox up in here. And so when I moved out of my house, I'm like, I'm always going to have home security. I'm always going to have something because, what's nice about the systems nowadays is they have emergency buttons on them. So if you don't have your phone on you, you just run up and hit a panic button on there. It'll send the police. cameras. It's actually cameras would caught this guy. There was cameras around. Some of the neighbors had doorbell cameras, and they were able to catch this guy because of it. So I'm a big advocate for it. And then life insurance. So they did have life insurance. A lot of people ask me. A lot of people know I do finances, and one of the things I do is insurance and home security and things like that. And so a lot of people ask me, did they have life insurance? And thankfully they did. And that helps a ton. It helps a ton when you got 3 now little kids. I think the oldest is 4 and the youngest is 6 months.
That sucks.
And the average price to raise a child from birth to, what was the last stat I saw? I think 18 or through college,
like
something like that.
250,000?
About 250,000. That's the average price.
Hear that, kids? Expensive ass kids.
I know, man.
So listen up.
So I'm a big advocate for it. And I posted something about life insurance, and one of my friends, because I tell people, don't just rely on group insurance. Like, you had group insurance only for a long time, and then you got laid off, and now you had nothing, right? And so I'm a big advocate for it. And one of my friends, she posted, she goes, I had my husband passed away, and they were basically gambling with our life insurance, and they finally gave me some of it back. I've had friends that had group insurance that didn't get paid out because there's a lot of stipulations. So, I'm just a big advocate for home security, life insurance, and gun ownership. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. I'm a big advocate for gun ownership. I do believe not everyone should be able to buy a gun, though.
No, I think they should restrict. I mean, if you have mental instabilities, you should not be able to buy a gun.
Obviously, they don't let felons.
Yeah, but what's stupid about that is if somebody got a felony off of something stupid, a stupid felony, maybe they bought something online they didn't realize they bought, and it was illegal in the state they're in, and it gave them a felony.
Yeah.
So, something stupid like that, or something that, I don't know, there's some stupid things out there that people got charged for that really has nothing to do with gun ownership. You know what I mean? I think that shouldn't be looked at like that. Mm-hmm. I don't think it should be like, you're a felon, you can't ever have a gun. I think it should be looked at the stipulations of what your individually. What were your charges? Oh, aggravated assault. Yeah, okay. you can't have one.
Yeah.
But things like that. It should be on a person-to-person basis.
Right.
And look at your, if you're going to buy a gun, look at your mental stability.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a gun advocate, but I also think there should be somewhat of a control to where not every lunatic can just buy a whole house full of guns and then take them all to a casino and go crazy.
And during this COVID crisis, a lot of people are buying guns.
Sorry if you can hear that crazy whining in the background.
I told you. But I heard there was lines out the door because people were panicking. It was because I think what it was people were seeing how people responded to like toilet paper, and they're like, God, I should get a gun to protect myself.
You know what I still haven't bought during all this has been toilet paper. I've been stocked up since before this has been a thing, and I still have the same toilet paper I've had.
I'll tell you a good insight I heard. I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast with Tom Green, which was a really good episode, by the way. And Tom Green, I can't remember if he heard it from somewhere or he came up with it, but he made a really good point. Toilet paper is large. Like, right, you don't buy individual toilet papers, right? You buy a bag of toilet paper, bundled up. Well, it takes up a lot of space on shelves. Toilet paper does. So you buy 4, it looks like it's empty. But really, you just bought 4 packages of toilet paper, but it's empty, and it triggers in people, because people are COVIDiots, and they go into panic mode, like, we're running out of toilet paper, buy it all. But he made a good point, that I don't think it was really toilet paper, it was just people saw the scarcity because they're so large. When just 4 people buy it, it looks like the shelf is empty, and people panicked. So it's a good, I love it.
It's weird how far that spread across the whole country.
Well, because toilet paper is big across the country. It's all packaged the same. And people are, COVIDiots everywhere.
Yeah, so that same trigger happened everywhere in every city.
Yeah. I like that perspective. And so I think people saw people's idiocracy, so they went and bought, I need to protect myself with some guns.
I hope everyone that has all that toilet paper is happy with it.
I know. Stupid. I know some people try to sell it, and they can't, and they can't return it.
No, they can't return it. Like, what was the point? I hope you realize how dumb you are from this, and next time something happens, you stop being stupid.
It's true.
Oh, you just remember, remember all that time I bought 10 years worth of toilet paper? Oh yeah, I should have panicked probably.
But I do want to say this. If you're thinking about buying a gun, and you've never used a gun, you've never bought a gun before, please get with someone who's a responsible gun owner that you know, and have them kind of teach you. I'll tell you right now, if you live in the Salt Lake Valley, and you're thinking about buying it, and you want someone to teach you, I will be more than happy to help you.
But he'll get frustrated, like you heard him say.
That's okay. At least you'll do it right. You know what I mean? You'll learn right. And so, we don't want rookies out there with guns, okay? But that's the last thing we need. Also, people that don't know how to use it and they're just shooting up like crazy and hitting, innocent bystanders. That happens. Please, if you think you want to buy a gun, protect yourself. That's great. I think you should. But I also think you should know how to use it before you buy it, or buy it and then have someone teach you right away how to use it.
You could actually go to the gun ranges and rent the gun you want to buy and use it before you buy it. You can rent beforehand.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people at gun ranges, they will help you. Like if you're a first time, you say, hey, I've never
they will, because they don't want you shooting yourself or shooting anybody else. They will help
they
you.
will be more than happy to help you as well.
Yeah. But get some practice.
In fact, one of the guys was helping Edna. He could see me trying to teach her, and she wasn't like grasping what I was saying. Sometimes you need someone else to come in, and he's like, "Let me help you," and he helped her. So
he's turning red. Let me come in and help.
Wait, domestic violence in here.
Seen this before.
But speaking on that though, I am very fortunate because my wife does stay home with the baby, and she does help me with my business while I'm out and about, and we have been spending more time because. I'm way more busier than usual, but I'm also spending more time at home than usual as well.
Because nothing's open.
Yeah, that's really it. Nothing's open. And so...
We have no adventures to go on.
No adventures for me and brother to do, and no places for me to go eat in at. So I just been going home and eating. But me and my wife actually have gotten closer during this. So this has been great for us. We've been like, this is great.
I've been spending more alone time with myself. That's been great too.
You're not getting depressed, are you?
Hell no.
Okay.
Been hanging out, watching all my shows.
Watching your shows, watching your new fish.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot to the fish tank. And in the kayak, getting that already. So I've just been doing my hobbies.
All right.
It's been great hobby time.
That's good. Good for you, brother. Good for you.
Yeah, it is good for me.
All right, anything else?
Think that's it. That's an episode.
All right, guys.
All right,
thanks for tuning in.
Pow! Bezos. Yeah. Bye.